This is KuSs representing that you diverse, I eat 'em up, you digest for stepping up, you diverse, ask any dude diverse, except Fahrenheit. But yeah, I'm gonna just quickly break down the Divergence card that's coming up on the 27th at Grayscale. Buy your tickets, 150 online, 200 at the door. You don't want to miss this. It's an international card. First time we got rappers coming down from the UK. Don't Flop rappers, we got two of them, Raptor and Soul. So this is gonna be epic. You don't want to miss this from the draft all the way up to the main. It's gonna be fire. And it's during the day, so you won't have hassles with transport and whatnot. Yeah. So I'm gonna just go into like our first matchup on the draft, which is Nova versus Siri Boy. Now Siri is a cat from Zimbabwe. First time he's gonna be battling on scrambles. Yeah, he's had like 16 battles, won 15 and lost 1. But yeah, keep in mind that top tier in Zimbabwe isn't really like top tier in South Africa. Hence why he's in our draft. So and the match that he did lose, what I noticed was the guy that he was battling, he was more chill than he was. Siri is dope, don't get me wrong, he's dope, but then the way that he delivers, he minces his word. He says too many rhymes at once, and they are always not that they're always, they are sometimes unclear and people don't catch the whole punch. It's because they couldn't hear what he was saying. Now if he does that against Nova, because Nova's style is more relaxed, he brings the crowd to like, okay, let me talk to this boy. He actually converses with his opponent. So now an opponent that's more clear compared to the guy that is saying a lot but then you can't really hear. He could say fewer things, and if they all land at the right time, set the right way, then Siri's in trouble. So he's gonna have to change his whole approach coming at Nova. But either way, it's going to be a fire match because both cats are hungry. A lot of people are leaning towards Nova taking it, which is making Siri want to prove himself more and more. He's like, yeah, he's ready to go. Let's go to TKO versus Atomic. Now, those who know Atomic know he hasn't lost a match yet in the draft. And a lot of people believe had he wanted to be in Prove Your Worth, he would be in the final. So, and some are still saying he should be in the main card already. So for TKO, he's got his hands full in this one. He's battled Cody, aka Jigsaw, and it was a classic, so they say. And I'm not disrespecting the match by saying that. I'm just saying like that's what people say. It's a classic, and for him, his last match against Nova, it wasn't so. I don't think he was wow. Personally, I was in the building. I didn't think he was wow. I think he won because Nova was underprepared. Or he prepared last minute. So he ended up choking a lot, which gave him the clean win. So now, for those who like to talk or post about rappers, they say that TKO reaches a lot. So if he does that against a person like Atomic who's known for rapid punches and his shit always being spot on, he's dead. So should he find a way to use Atomic's strength against them, he might win. So it's a toss-up to who. Battle rap is all a matter of preference, who you like more or what works on that day. Yeah, so it's gonna be. I don't even have the words for that. Me out of words. Can you believe it? It's happening. No Nil versus Absalom was cancelled due to some drama of, I think Absalom wasn't notified that he'd be taking on No Nil, so he felt blah blah blah. Then they had to blah 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 and move the match to blah blah blah. Yeah, a lot of blahs there. Then yeah, so Atomic, Absalom and No Nil. Raw Artifact versus Chaos Theory. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. That's all I'm saying. Because Chaos put his spot at Scrambles on the line. He said if he loses a match, he quits battling on Scrambles. So, and a lot of people who know Chaos know he's one of those guys who just doesn't give a damn. So, for him to say that he's putting his spot on the line, that means he must have something up his sleeve that's gonna blow everyone away. But then, we all know that Raw is no pushover. It's not going to be a walk in the park. The only time Raw loses is because he's underprepared. So he ends up choking and messing up. That's the only way he's lost. He's never lost by someone not rapping him and whatnot. Not to say KuSs has, because he took a year off, like, was it 2014? No, the year before that or whatever. He took a year off battle rap, then he came back, he took out Seven Sign, took out Fahrenheit. I didn't see the match. I'd love to see that match because I saw online that there was a lot of talks about how good he was when you took him out. So for me, who hasn't seen what he can do, like when he's really, really on the money, I'm really looking forward to this match for that, because there's a lot on the line for him. At the same time, a lot of people are like saying Raw is clearly taking this because they want to see Raw versus Jigsaw. Yeah, but we'll talk about that later on. Marco X versus Verbalist. Yeah, well, now Marco made his debut against Lori, my boy, on the pass card, and that was impressive. Could have easily been one of, yeah, I'd say it was Battle of the Night in a way, because they had the cleanest performance in their match. Like all the other matches were either one-sided or someone was choking or something like that. So for them, it was a big match for both of them, because if you see now, he's on the match before the main event and Lori's on the main event. So it says a lot about them, like, or him as a rapper. Even though he did not have any direct shots for Lori, he had a lot of raps. He could rap. He's one of, I felt like I could hang on the song with him because of how he delivered. It was like, ooh, this guy. Because yeah, a lot Scrambles is a league full of rappers, but then okay, we'll get to that later or never. But yeah, so for Marco, should he have direct shots for Verbalist, he could be that guy that they have to watch out for, because his shit is simple. It can reach to a lot of people. I'd say I put him on a similar boat as mine, even though mine is better because it's like made of titanium. I'm joking, but yeah. I put Verbalist as one of those rappers who can have a far reach across to like your normal everyday person who doesn't really follow battle rap, but then when they hear him rap, they'll be like, this guy is good, because of how he actually delivers his things. Now with Verbalist, I heard Verbalist that one time that he battled, then they both hadn't prepared for the match because their opponents hadn't pitched, so they were just thrown in together, and what they did was amazing. For me, I was like, whoa, okay, this guy's like, and he won that match. So now, if you're giving him an opponent that he actually prepared for, I wonder what's gonna happen. If he comes at Nova at Marco like he came at KuSs, but then again, KuSs is just one of those guys who don't care. He's gonna be carrying against Raw. Okay, that just sounds like I just made him soft, but oh well, doesn't matter. Caesar Tata. Yeah. Then next up, we got Lori versus Jigsaw. That's the main event in the draft. Now, a lot of people were very vocal that Lori isn't ready because of how he did against Marco. His approach was more one-sided because it was one-sided in a way that he had a lot of name flips. That's what they said. He had a lot of name flips, and he won off that. But then, I'd say, for me who knows him personally, I'd say that was one side of the coin. So if Jigsaw thinks he's gonna get that, he's gonna be in trouble. So, but then Jigsaw is a well-rounded MC. He's okay, well-rounded. It might be a far stretch because I've never heard like comedy sort of things or blah 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 personals. But then how he approaches is a rapper. He raps. He's on top of his game. He's had 4 victories so far, I think 3 or 4. I'm not sure. Three, and they're all like clean victories. So that's why a lot of people wanted to see him clash against Raw. He's gritty in the ring. He's gritty. He's cutthroat. Now we got Lori, who's more chilled. It's punch after punch for both MCs. Like, so this is gonna be like. I feel like this match is gonna surprise a lot of people who they don't have faith on if Lori could hang. That was the question. They know Jigsaw can do his thing. Now the question is, can Lori hang? Because this is his second match and he's already on the main. But then I felt like it's Jigsaw. Jenna saw this as a way of like, well, I see the kid can swim. Let's see how he does in the deep end. So should Lori prove himself on this one, he's gonna change a lot of opinions about him. And should Jigsaw win, it's gonna be expected for a lot of people. So this, I don't know how to sell this match, but then this is gonna be like crazy. I've heard some of the bars. I haven't had a chance to chill with Lori a lot, but then I heard some of the bars when you met up. It's gonna be fire, and I know Jigsaw has been writing and he's confident in his craft, so it's gonna be like bananas without the banana man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I mean? I mean? You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. So that wraps it up for the draft. Now on to the main card.